situations where we start moving across and going into either Oshira Senkaku, back triangle territory, Hantai Senkaku, reverse triangle territory.
And then triangle. There it is.
I want to take my hips forward, push the elbow below the knee so that we have just enough exposure of the knee to pull it away from the elbow and then point away from us. Okay? This has all happened very quickly. Okay? I can't be in a situation where she locks a side guard and I just stay here. The second I feel the knee coming in, go back. The second I feel the knee come in, and we recover. Okay? If you're there for more than a few seconds, hands are coming inside, feet are coming inside, and then she's going into her counter attacks. previous game. We can go to our partner's head. She goes to clear the tie. She's playing. I see your knees are close together. I can't come into the body lock. Playing from here. We're ready to go. And we can start playing a game where we can start flattening a partner out, passing, forcing half guard, moving, working from there. Okay, so very similar grip fighting ideas here. With the addition, now you can grab the ankles. The biggest difference is going to be the level change and the amount of distance covered to get to my partner's waist. So I have to make sure my level change, my forehead again, meets the line of my partner's collarbone. Now when I shoot, I shoot quickly to the waist. And we're ready to go. All right, so let's look at ways that we can use these three methods between shelving my partner's leg, stuffing my partner's leg, and splitting my partner's leg. Now, what are these methods and what do they mean? These are the three general directions we can go. Now, of course, there are exceptions and there are other things that we can do, but in general, these are the three ways of looking to pass. If I have a body lock, we play a general game between shelving my partner's leg, like so, where I put my partner's shin across my hips, and I shelf my partner's legs across my hips and my two thighs. Or now, we use a shelving method, and we can shelf, and we can back to center, and I just pummel my other leg into that same figure four position we looked at before. So my knee comes down, my head switches from side to side, and we just move to this figure four position here. When she goes to start moving her leg around and trap me in half guard, she's not going anywhere. And now all it's left to do is that same exact knee sweep where we can either one, just hip switch out and catch, or we can use a more controlling method where I step over, I start moving my partner's leg back towards center until we can shelf our partner's leg. So we split the legs, and again, we're working from this initial setup where we went through this whole entire sequence, tried to step over the half guard, we failed, we tried to shelf and we failed, but you can get to this position right from the get-go if you want to. You don't have to go through this entire sequence. Anytime you can get a knee inside with an inside elbow, you can split your partner's legs. So you can apply this anytime you can get here. There's tons of situations that will get you to this position. We just looked so far at one of them where we sprawled past our partner's leg, we converted to a tight waist, we used an inside elbow after we tried to step over into half guard and do all of our other series. But you can get here from many different areas. So we split our partner's leg, like so, and now from here, we just drop a knee, and as we drop a knee, we pummel a leg over. And now we lock that figure of four. When she goes to reinsert a butterfly hook, or she goes to move around and goes to bridge, she has no effect. And now from here, we just cover and shelf, and we've passed. Okay, so very easy, very similar to before, this time using a split of the legs. All right, so this time, either I can force half guard if I want to play a longer game and play a more tactical game. Like, for example, I can give you an example. It's ADCC, 5 minutes, no points, 5 minutes, points. And we're 4 minutes and 30 seconds in. So it's 30 seconds till points. Maybe tactically, instead of passing and getting no points for the pass, I'll force a half guard. And then when points are initiated, I'm chest to chest and half guard, and I can easily pass. So there are times where you want to go to half guard instead of going to a quick pass right away. Maybe you want to play a longer game, you want to weigh your partner down, or maybe it's a tactical decision as far as scoring points or whatever the case is. Sometimes you want to just force your partner into half guard. So how can we do that? This can be dictated by either myself or by her. I mentioned this before, where If my partner starts yanking on my elbow and I see the integrity of the knee and elbow connection is starting to be disrupted, that's my time to go into half guard. So the second I see my partner clear my elbow, I can't not do anything from here because she's going to lock closed guard, and then my whole position is going to get screwed up. So the second I see my knee and my elbow separate, whether she does it like so, I can go in.